Hello there and welcome to or welcome back if you are already subscribed to my channel. If you are new here, this is your first video you are seeing from me, welcome. Please subscribe. I do monthly resets. I have a newsletter that goes out to your inbox, so you can sign up for that below in the description box. Sometimes I feel like I blink and the whole month is gone, and so these little resets, they're a way for me to realize that a new month is coming so it doesn't just sneak up on me, but also it's a really good time for me to think about fun activities that I want to do in the upcoming month based on the season or what else is going on in my life. So I hope you enjoy these resets as much as I do. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First of all, I am filming a few days earlier than usual. It is still the end of the month, but I don't have any April tech wallpapers. I always start my videos out by going to theeverygirl.com and searching for monthly wallpapers, and changing my wallpaper every single month is just another way to continue to feel that fresh start. So I won't be including that, and that's why I'm in kind of a new location. I'm still in my office, but this is my back wall that you never really get to see, which is a shame because it's beautiful. I wallpapered it. So we'll get right into it. I have my goals on Notion on my phone. A really quick recap on March. I really fell behind in March. I don't know what happened, and there's no shame in that, but there are a lot of things that I missed that I didn't do in March that I want to pick back up again in April. And I think the end of March being the beginning of spring, we're finally seeing spring temperatures, and there's something to be said about when the weather warms up and it's lighter outside. You just feel so much more energetic, at least I do. So I'm kind of thinking of the spring as the new beginnings, like I said. So some things I did not do in March. I literally think I posted one YouTube video in the whole month of March, and that was my March reset. And I am so sad because I was doing so good at the beginning of the year. My goal was to do a weekly YouTube video, and I obviously fell off. So I broke a New Year's resolution, but that's okay. I'm going to pick back up with it, and I know where my shortcomings are. It's all in my morning routine and getting things done first thing in the morning instead of putting them off. So now that I know that, hopefully I'll be able to give myself the push that I need to really integrate a strong morning routine into April. And I think not meeting that goal helped me realize that it is really important to me, and so I need to take it more seriously. I am really happy about March because I did master 3 pull-ups. That third one is a little rough. I'm very excited about that. If you don't know, my New Year's resolution is to be able to do 10 pull-ups and 20 push-ups easily with great form, and that's what I'm working towards. Every single month I'm increasing my push-up and my pull-up number by 1 or 2. I also in March really feel like I honed in on my nutrition and eating 3 complete meals a day. It's very easy for me to skip things like breakfast, and even working from home, it is very easy for me to just forget to eat lunch. Lunch is really hard for me, so I've gotten really good at cutting out pretty much everything processed that isn't serving my body, and I've been feeling really good the whole month of March, so I'm really hoping to keep that up in April as well. Those are just a few things I want to touch on about the previous month, and we'll go straight into a few of my April goals. So every single month I split my goals up into business and personal. For business, nothing has changed here. They're pretty much the exact same every single month. I'm just trying to stay on track with my New Year's resolutions, with the exception of the daily video editing. That's what I mentioned earlier, and that will help me meet my business goals as well. And so for my personal goals, all of these are pretty much the same. They are what they usually are every single month, except I did increase my push-ups to 6, and I am gonna try to master 4 pull-ups in a row in March. I also want to highlight meditating daily, because meditating is something that I really want to continue doing, but I really fell off in March. If I'm being really honest, I haven't done it consistently since like January, so I really want to get back into it. In addition to all of my normal goals, I'm also working on a morning routine for April. I did mention I am filming this a little bit early. It is the last week in March, and so I do have a few days to practice this morning routine, and that's so important when you're making new goals, to make sure that you are practicing before you implement it. Like New Year's resolutions, I always like to start before Christmas, just to make sure that you're not setting goals that are too impossible, but that you're also challenging yourself. So I want to get up at the same time every single morning. I do have a Hatch alarm clock, and I highly recommend them. I know they're all over the internet, but they are amazing. I wake up just because the room gets brighter, and it is such a nice way to wake up. And I have mine set to birds, so it sounds like birds chirping in the morning, and it's a little redundant, and yes, it can be a little annoying. I will say I don't pay any extra for the membership for Hatch, but I do wish that Hatch had better sounds. Some of their sounds, like one time I did the waves, I don't know if it's our internet connection, but it just sounded like staticky waves. So I will say some of their sounds aren't the best, but I do love the birds, and it actually sounds very similar to the actual birds in my backyard. Sometimes I wake up before the alarm to the birds, like on the weekends, and I think it's my Hatch alarm. I have 2 to 3 morning reads every single morning. I read the Simple Abundance, which is a very old school women's daily affirmation kind of devotional kind of book. It's really good. It's like chicken noodle soup for the women's soul almost. So I read that every morning, and a new edition in March is the 1 year Bible, I think is what it's called. It's like a 5 or 10 minute commitment every single morning, and you basically get through the entire Bible in 1 year. Right now in March, each day is a little bit from Numbers, a little bit from Luke, and then you get a proverb and a psalm every single day, and then you have a little devotional paragraph at the end of it, basically relating whatever you read about to your daily life. So I have been loving it. I used to read the Bible. I haven't read it since I was in high school, which is embarrassingly too long ago. And I just remember not being into it, but as an adult, I don't know. I started reading this and I am so into it. It's actually something I look forward to every single morning. And that 10-minute journaling period is also what I want to incorporate into meditations. So I would love to do like a 5-minute meditation and a 5-minute light journal and kind of interchange those. But what I want to focus on is pretending or getting in the mindset of the person I want to be. I've talked about this in past videos. I just released like a super girly vlog, or I will be releasing it depending on when this video goes up. But it is about imposter syndrome and how I've been feeling with that and dealing with that. Kind of tricking your brain into thinking that you've already become the person that you want to be. You've already met those goals. Like, what would the person who has met these goals that I set for myself act like today? What choices would she make? Like little things like that. And those decisions are the ones that really add up and can change your life. Another part of my morning routine is I want to really get my workouts done in the morning, first thing. It's so hard to schedule your workouts in the middle of the day or the evenings, at least for me. I mean, if that works for you, that's fine. But for me, I just keep pushing it off. My day never goes as planned. It is so important for me to get my workout done first thing so I can just check that off. The most important responsibility that we have is to take care of our minds, our bodies, our health. So if you're putting that first, nothing else is going to derail you, and then you're not going to feel bad about missing it. You're not going to fall off track. So I think the most important tasks have to be done first thing in the morning. And then I have breakfast, and breakfast is so important, so I want to incorporate that. Once I have a breakfast, I can edit for about 30 minutes at this point, but then it gets really close to 9 a.m. I've got to log on to work. But that is my morning routine. So basically getting up at the same time every morning, starting my day with the most important tasks. In the spring and summer, I thrive in my morning routine, so I'm really excited to kick myself into gear and take that seriously in April. And here is where I would usually discuss all the books that I read in March. But we're not done with March yet, so I always talk about my books and give a full review in my monthly newsletter, which again, you can subscribe to in the description box below. And I also always do a short video for like TikTok and Instagram Reels on the books and a short review. If you want to hear more about the books that I read in the month of March, then definitely subscribe to that newsletter and you can read all about my reviews and my thoughts and my ratings there. And I didn't do this last month because February was a no buy for me, so I didn't discuss like favorite items from February in March, but March was not a no buy. In fact, I probably made up for my no buy in the month of March. I had some fun. So there's a few favorite items that I wanted to go over that I feel like are definitely worth the money if you want to buy anything new for spring. First, as I mentioned, because I am really taking my morning routine seriously in the month of April, the Hatch alarm clock, I highly recommend it. I know I said some of their sounds aren't the best, but I would not trade this Hatch alarm clock for anything. It is definitely one of my lifelines at the moment. I love also utilizing the night routine that you can set on there. It's just priceless to wake up to a fake sunrise and have your whole room lit up. My next item I just purchased last month, and this has been on my wish list for over a year. They came out with them last year, I believe, but it is the Lululemon Align dress. I love this thing. I didn't know if I would love it that much, but exercise dresses is pretty much all I wear all summer. And I'm very excited about this one because you can pull the shorts down and like go to the bathroom in a public restroom without taking the entire dress off. You know what I mean if you wear these kind of dresses, and that is so amazing, and it works really well. I love it. It is so flattering. It's so comfortable. It's the Align material, so it's like the softest buttery feeling. And the reason why I splurged and think it's worth it for the Align dress is because I have other exercise dresses. I have some from Abercrombie. I tried the Outdoor Voices one for a few days. I just don't like the way that they sound and the way that they feel, and they're not very breathable. But the Align dress is so breathable. They even have mesh on the inside, so on like a hot summer day, I don't think you'd get too sweaty. Because honestly, some of those exercise dresses, you're dealing with 2 layers of fabric, they can kind of get hot. So I think it is worth it, especially when you think about cost per wear. They're just so easy to throw on in the summer. I find that that's pretty much all I wear all summer long. And next, I'm going to be featuring these items in my spring vlog, but I just got some new shoes. I haven't bought any shoes for myself in a while, and I've been wanting these years. I purchased cheaper versions of them and they fell apart years ago, and I wish I would have just gotten these. They are currently on sale for a DSW spring sale, but they are the Steve Madden Raquel or Rachel, I believe is what they're called. They are inspired. I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. I got them in a white, the most impractical color, but the one that I want the most, and I've been wanting them for so long. I'm so excited. They were on sale for $60, and then I also signed up to be VIP, so I got extra off. So worth it. They are comfortable so far. I haven't really worn them out, but they have great reviews. They are real leather. They're just really nice shoes, and out of all of the similar style sandals, these look the closest to the real deal. So I'm very excited about them. And I also purchased a pair with a heel, and they also look just like the real thing. The Oasis, I believe, is the one that has the heel on it. These look so similar, and I got them for $30 at Belk, and they're very comfortable, and I got them in black. So I'm very excited about these little shoes. They're just a classic style. When you go with something from a designer or that's designer inspired, depending on what designer, I'm just trying not to buy anything that's too trendy that I won't wear for the next 3 to 5 years. And I really think that this style shoe and the way that they look are very classic designs, and I won't get sick of wearing them, and they won't be out or anything like that. We'll see. So that was everything for this video. I usually also do a little section where I go through and clean out all of my tech, but again, it's not actually the last day of the month. I always film these on the last day of the month, so this time I won't be doing that. But if you are watching this and you want to do a true monthly reset, I highly recommend going through your laptops, your phone, cleaning out all of those digital files, photos, videos, notes in your notes app. My notes app gets just slammed with stuff all month. Also, give your tech a fresh start every single month. So that was everything. Like I mentioned, if you want to see more and get more insight into the month ahead and my previous month, definitely subscribe to my monthly newsletter. I will be uploading a video every single week in April. Hold me to it, but I will do it. So I will see you next week in my next video. Bye.